In this tutorial, we want to talk about mushroom farming. Mushroom is simply an edible fungi that we eat. It has so many health benefits. That is why we keep on pushing to people to go back to the olden days and start eating mushrooms so that they will be healthy, they will live longer. Mushroom has so many medicinal values. You can go and Google about it to get more information about it. All right, we want to talk about how you can be able to start producing this mushroom at the comfort of your zone. Hmm? So what does it require? It requires a substrate, because before now, mushroom used to grow in a decaying um, trees. You know, trees that have been cut down and you leave it in the bush and it decays, you see mushroom coming out of it. But these days, we don't see trees often like that inside the bushes. So now, we now we form something like tree for them to grow, then do other things. So today, let's talk about the substrate production. How to formulate this substrate. What is substrate? Substrate is simply a platform. It's just like a soil where this mushroom are being planted, then grown there. In that soil, that is where you plant it and it will grow. But how do we get it? We have a formulation for it. So this substrate is made up of four key ingredients. We have sawdust, we have rice bran, we have calcium carbonate and water. And these four key ingredients, they have percentage at which you will mix them and you'll be able to get a proper mixture and a good quality substrate, and your mushroom will be able to do well. All right. In formulation of this substrate, you will need 80% of what? Sawdust, as you can see. Can see it written on this place. 80% of sawdust. You will need 18% of rice bran, and you also need 2% of what? Calcium carbonate. Then this water, you need about 70% of what? Water. 70% dry matter of water. Yes, this water, why we didn't put it is because it varies. It depends on the quality of your raw materials, your sawdust, your rice bran, and your calcium, and especially sawdust and rice bran, because sometimes the weather might be cold. You know, it might be during the rainy season. The sawdust and rice bran might contain more water than dry season, so the water varies by that time. All right. So when you must have gotten this your raw materials, you need to know the weight at which you will produce them. Assuming you want to produce 70 kg dry matter, 70 kg worth of substrate bag. How do we know the quantity of um the rice bran, the sawdust, and the calcium carbonate we measure in our scale? Like we said, 80%, 18%, 2%. What is 80%? How do we know it? So if you want to produce 70 kg weight of dry matter, 70 kg worth of substrate bags, probably 2 kg of each, or 4.5 kg. What do you do? So you are going to find, you go and do your small mathematics. I'm sorry, you have to do little calculation. You are going to find 80% of what? 70 kg. If you do it, you will get 56 kg. That means when you bring your scale, you are going to weigh 56 kg of what? Sawdust. For your sawdust, please, you are going to weigh and get this 56 kg of what? Sawdust. For the rice bran, you are going to find it also by finding the 18% of what? Rice bran. That is 18 over 100 times 70 over 1. Remember, this 70 is our what? Our dry matter, the total weight of what we want to work on. So when you do it, you are going to get what? 12.6 kg of rice bran. Then you go to calcium carbonate. Sorry. Calcium carbonate. You find the 2%, 2 over 100 times what? 70 over 1. It will give you what? 0.8, right? Am I right? No. 2% of 70 kg is going to give us, calculate it, it will give us 1.4 kg. So when you sum all these things, it's going to give us 70 kg total, and summation of 80%, 18% and 2% gives us what? 100 kg. Now, if you want to form this substrate bag, you are going to measure 56 kg of sawdust, you pour 12.6 kg of rice bran, you add it also, then 1.4 kg of what? Calcium carbonate, you add it there also. Then you mix it together, have a thorough mixing. You mix it like 2 or 3 times before you add your water. Then let us find 70% of water quantity. So you are going to find the 70% of water so that you know, you have the idea of what you are going to use, the quantity of water you will use. All right, this time this is what? 49 kg. So the water quantity you will use for this production will be within this range, 49 kg. If after adding 49 kg worth of water and your mixture is not yet well combined, then you add little water more until you get it right. So let's go to the mixing room where we are going to measure all these things. We'll mix them together and show us how it looks like at the end of the production. Thank you.